all, and welcome to another episode of Between Sisters. I'm Kaya, and I'm here with my DNA-based sisters. First, then we got Shauna Dawn. And next we have EVE.
Hey y'all. I think, is this the first time it was only us three?
No.
No?
We did it. Yeah, we did it before.
Oh.
By the way, shout out to Keish and Shoulder B in their absence. You know, we still here. Ready to go to Central Pay with you. See how we still manifesting them things? Still here, ready to go to Central Pay. But anyway, the rebirth of Wendy Williams. You know what? I am so happy that she is back in her right mind, because I was scared for her for a minute. And I was like, Lord, don't let this woman go out like this. Please don't let her go out like this. Not being able to formulate her words. I like, Lord, please don't let this irony be that ironic. You know what I'm saying? Wendy Williams just did an interview at Circle of Sisters with WBLS, and she gave a full interview, did audience questions. She was very engaged. You know, she still looked a little, you know, her eyes still looked a little glassy, if you will. But and she says she refuses to get into a wheelchair because her lymphedema has literally messed up the bottom of her feet. But she was in her right mind.
What I was gonna say about the video of her at Circle of Sisters was a fan was out in the audience
who spoken to her spirit,
and she gave her well-deserved flowers, you know, and just said that we stand with her, we support her, she's the queen, we love her. And I think because of the stuff with her ex, you know, I think sometimes that outshadows all of what she's done. Like, she was the queen of TV. She was the queen of radio. She's an author. She's done so much, and we like the foolishness more than those good things.
Right, because most of the time you hear people just complaining about what she say about people instead of, you know, all the things that she has done.
Right. The door she's opened for others because of her, you know, there's the next.
Well, I'm glad that she's back, and she's gearing up for her Wendy Williams podcast,
which will be the number one podcast after the first week. So
man, I really hope she's better though, because how she was, like you said, I hope how she was looking, I was just like, Wendy, don't go out like this. I hope you don't go out like this.
I think we all was, because even though she has talked about damn near everybody,
right?
You know,
to see you go out like how she it was like she was hurting, like miserable, like.
Yeah.
But I don't think people understand sometimes, for those of us as women, I don't know if people really understand what it's like to have a terrible home life and then still have to go out in the world, you know, whether it's at work, you know, whereas with her, it was in front
of everybody.
Everyone. And I think sometimes that because they're in front of the camera, whether they're singer, actor, there's, at the end of the day, they are still human. They hurt the same way that we them hurt. They snap the same way that we snap if we find out something. So I think that I'm thankful that she's been able to work on herself. And I just really want us all to be less critical of people, because you never know. Let's go back to, I'm still in mourning over Chadwick's death. You never know what
people are going through.
It's going through.
And everybody that talked about him like that on whatever platform, I ain't wishing bad on you, but
so nice to say, don't say anything at all.
If you don't, exactly, that's you were told from a child. If you don't have anything nice to say,
don't say nothing. And some people, they didn't get that memo.
Obviously.
So some people that didn't get that memo is her ex-husband and his trifling boo thing. That, and see, the thing is, I don't know how Sharina Hudson, I don't know how she thinks that blessings, prosperity, and all great things are going to come to her and her life and her child, her unemployed life, when you're literally, like, I don't care what he said and what he did, the fact still remains that he was a married man. Close your legs to married men. He was a married man when she got with him. And when she continued to entertain that relationship, he was still married. And he thought that gravy train was going to continue.
But he got word. They told him that now that the show was over, that the alimony was going to end at the end of last year. So that they gave you a date, which means the work that y'all did on the show, because he says that was, he deserves to get paid for all of the work he did. Okay.
But wasn't he getting paid? Wasn't he getting paid the entire time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, yes, the show ended. I totally understand that. But now you gotta get your own and find your own way.
That's how I'm not, like, I
keep expecting her to pay you.
I'm sorry, it's just a smart thing to do is not only depend on one income. Like, I'm not understanding, especially when they told you that it was going to end.
It was ending. They told him the end of 2021.
And me, correct. I always make sure, just in case something on your end mess up, I know I still got mine on my end to make sure I'm good.
Look, I will be Chola B in this moment just because I can hear her. I can hear her now.
When a woman, no, because y'all know. Look, listen. When women do it,
because he did work with her to build. He worked with
the brand,
his wife at the time, to build her brand. So he should get his due.
Right.
I feel like she should have gave him a lump sum.
Well, but that's
goodbye.
But that's for them,
but there's no way that I'm funding your life now with the shorty that helped dissolve our marriage.
Right. You was.
They gave him. They said, as of this date, you can no longer receive. So now he's saying that the home association fees haven't been paid since
February.
Yeah.
But sorry, go ahead.
But you knew the money was ending in October of last year. So it was just like you had between October and to try to do something. I don't know what, because I don't know how many people would want to now do business with him.
Well, because he didn't have a very good reputation in the business.
In the business world.
He was her goon, pretty much. You know, he was the goon that kept the naysayers at bay who tried to, you know. But anyway, Kevin Hunter, Wendy Williams's ex-husband, is very upset because of the fact that the host stopped paying alimony due to her health issues. Now, Kevin Hunter back in February said he's been cut off and he's crying broke. He claims he can't pay his bills and is facing foreclosure on his home, and he is asking the court to intervene. And this is according to theroot.com. Now, Williams was released from a wellness facility in October, and now Hunter is looking to force her guardian to pay him so he doesn't lose his home. I have fallen behind on most of my bills. I currently live in a community that requires payments to the homeowners association, and I'm behind on that bill. If the homeowners association fees are not paid, foreclosure will soon follow.
So you mean to tell me that y'all two
grown people,
two grown people have been sitting at home since February?
Popping bottles.
Well, that's probably why, because obviously he didn't have like investments. He was just living off of Wendy.
When I was reading that, I was like, well, I don't know what to tell you, because I was saying,
listen,
what to tell you, like I was there, I was sitting there like,
but that means that all of this time, because he was getting paid while he was still with Wendy,
yes,
as her whatever,
thinking anything, you was just splurging.
That's what I'm saying.
That's like
you
question.
You knew that she was obviously,
and then you literally dialed it down with a shorty that ain't got nothing. So it ain't like she gonna be like, dude, don't worry about it, I got it. Because everything she got from you.
Wendy. No, she got from Wendy. She didn't get it from him. She got it from her.
So it was said that the court order was to be adjusted. That was already in the clause, that if she stopped working or fell ill, that the court order would have to be adjusted. Right. And that just makes sense.
Right. Because if I can't work,
you can't eat.
If I can't work.
First of all, how insensitive of a jackass can you be? I am dealing with pain, all of this stuff that I got going on, and you saying another shorty,
and y'all love child, and y'all love child
off of my dime, and I'm sitting here fighting for my life, legit fighting for my life, and you gonna say there's a special place. Ooh, God bless you.
God bless you, because your slip, honey.
Showing.
You know, because but at some point, you a grown ass man, yo.
Right.
Get a job. Like, go work. Like, do something.
So there was a lot of speculation on social media from fans of Wendy. It was just like, Wendy, you played that real well. You played crazy.
I wish I could just close my laptop with that.
to get out of this.
Like, yo.
So they were just like, Wendy, you played that role. Mm-hmm. You know, you did it. You acted like you was incompetent and incapacitated so that you can skip on them payments. But no, what Wendy was going through, and you know what? Because I believe that if she really hunkered down and was just like, all right, I'm not going to let this affect me, she could have continued working. But the TV show is something that she created with him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So I do understand why he was supposed to get paid from the show. But
I do understand why she wasn't feeling to do it no more, because she also said that in her interview that she wasn't. She was ready for something new, because that's something that she started with him.
Right.
He was married to this dude for 20 years, and then he's off gallivanting with this chick in her Maserati. Like, y'all literally funding the good life.
But now you gotta go and find a job. So,
well, Sharina, according to The Sun, posted a little dig at Wendy, and was just like, she posted a Instagram live and she said, "Happy and healthy is all I'm on right now." She then added, "The clickbait is real. I guess they need the storyline to continue for a podcast."
Your $5 ass down before I make
was the phone she did the Instagram live on bought with Wendy's money? Oh, just.
When Jocelyn was like, "Ho, why is you here?" Like that. Like,
and you real big bad bold about your transgressions, sis. That law of reciprocity is real.
Mm-hmm. Do unto others.
I was about to sing Lauryn Hill. To get some reciprocity. I'm just saying. I don't know. But to Wendy, we wish you all the best.
Yes.
In your new endeavors, and we pray that lymphedema. And she also said that she is ready for love. She wants to fall in love again.
Mm-hmm.
So I just hope whoever she falls in love with has his own money.
Hallelujah.
Because at this point in my life, I be trying to tell people, don't just get like all that love crap. I know I told Eve a few times. Just like, listen. No. You get somebody that got something. Because when you're on down and out, love don't pay the bills. I'm just saying. That's why they used to, back in the day, you used to get a cow or a heifer, give something for a marriage. It was a business transaction. It wasn't all this, I love you. Here, take my herd of cattle. That is your endowment. That's what it used to be.
Okay, a dowry.
A dowry, that was what it was. It was a dowry.
Yeah, I watched too much 90 Day Fiance and stuff.
I'm not doing this with you.
Next.
So, speaking of burning in hell, Balenciaga. Now, most people I know don't wear Balenciaga and have never worn Balenciaga.
Most every day. Yeah.
So earlier this month, Balenciaga dropped his holiday ad campaign. I don't know how it was in a holiday ad. I don't know. But it was featuring children holding teddy bears in bondage harnesses and costumes. The BDSM accessories were also on the runway at the Balenciaga show at Paris's Fashion Week. The backlash against the images have been swift, with the hashtag #CancelBalenciaga trending across Twitter and TikTok, and many accusing the brand and its creative director, Demna, of condoning pedophilia and child exploitation. In a separate ad that dropped on November 21st, promoting Balenciaga's Spring-Summer 2023 collection, a bag from the fashion house's collaboration with Adidas was photographed atop copies of what appeared to be Documents from the Supreme Court case versus Williams, a ruling that upheld the PROTECT Act, which increased federal prosecutions against child pornography. Both campaigns quickly became a conservative talking point and sparked conspiracy theories.
Is it a conspiracy theory or is it just wrong? Is it just dumb? Is it just stupid? You know, he says it was a wrong artistic choice.
So Demna said?
Yeah, he said it was a wrong artistic choice. So you mean to tell me nobody in the meeting, no, like not one said maybe children and bondage may not be the route we should go.
Maybe I should.
Nobody thought it was wrong.
Maybe I should not have a thing of a case of child pornography in the picture shot.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody thought it was wrong.
Nobody stepped up
and be like, maybe putting federal documents
as the backdrop,
as a backdrop for a clothing campaign when you have the Supreme Court now overturning Roe v. Wade. You have all of these things, the marriage equality. You have all these things now. You really thought this was an artistic concept? I'm not buying it.
Well, the photographer Gabrielle Galimberti said that he distanced himself from the imagery. He said, "I am not in a position to comment on Balenciaga's choices, but I must stress that I was not entitled in whatsoever manner to neither choice of the products, nor the models, nor the combination of the same. As a photographer,"
so they just take the pictures.
He said, "As a photographer, I was only and solely requested to lit the given scene and take the shots according to my signature style."
Right. That's all they do.
So Demna apologized, taking responsibility for the ads featuring the teddy bears, saying, "As much as I would sometimes like to provoke a thought through my work, I would never, in all caps, have an intention to do that with such an awful subject as child abuse that I condemn, period."
But so then why did you think bondage, teddy bears, and children go together? What thought was that?
Well, you know, Balenciaga is mentioned in Break My Soul. There's a lot of, in the remix, there's a lot of artists that reference Balenciaga in their work.
Yes.
Now, I don't know how the two are correlated, but there's some evil demonic stuff going on here. And they try to do it in plain sight and hope don't nobody notice.
It's the way stuff now, you have people who sit in front of a computer
and dissect. How could you see? Because just looking at the picture in first glance, I can't even tell that the teddy bear is like a BDSM teddy bear.
Like, not for nothing.
I literally have to.
Dealing with somebody that works in advertisement and that sees what goes on when he has to do everything, the amount of steps it has to get to before
that's what I'm saying.
Before it goes to print.
Nobody said. No one said maybe using children, a bear, and them in bondage is not the right look.
Look, I just bought a table the other day and the seats are like bar stools. They don't have backs. And I asked Shaw, I said, maybe people will want back. You don't think back support would? She was just like, if you like the picture, just put it. If you like the save, just put it out. I say this to say this. Nobody looks at something and say, wouldn't you think this? Wouldn't you think that? Do you think they will want this? Do you think that? And this was just about a blank kitchen table. So I know for something that is worth so much more money and your personal, well, not your personal, your business brand, nobody would think to say, you know what? This might ruffle a little feathers.
Okay. I could see for some, let's just say, because you could look at the bear and say maybe it's not bondage. It's the harness that parents use on towers.
It doesn't have animals
like or you could say, no, but I'm just saying for some an argument's sake. Let's just say it was just, they were thinking, oh, it's the straps like the, the things that parents use. Mm-hmm. But you knew those documents were from a case.
That was intentional. That was intentional.
So it's just like now you, the thought and the artistic concept and all this stuff. Boy, bye.
I'm trying to look at the picture now.
Well, Balenciaga did file a $25 million lawsuit against the producers of the campaign, but then since have dropped it. I wonder why.
Because they knew it was on them. They knew that they dropped.
They had decided not to pursue litigation. But this goes into a bigger situation of pedophilia and how big it is. Like you thought, what's the dude that died at MCC that supposedly killed himself?
Epstein.
And Ghislaine Maxwell just,
he ain't kill himself.
Yeah. We everybody know he ain't kill himself.
Just, and I say this to say,
Jeff Epstein that was murdered in prison to keep his mouth shut.
I've been to MCC as a visitor. There's a camera everywhere. You ain't just killing yourself. Just saying.
Well, they have a picture of the set designer in a chair with a suit on and some platform heels. A dude named Nicholas D. Hardin, however you say his name. But when you start messing with certain things and going down that slope, anything goes, and a hole is a hole. Mm-hmm. In high places. What's dude? Prince Andrew? Mm. Come on now. Prince Andrew, all of them, they like little boys and girls. But the only person that's getting 30 years, it seems like, is R. Kelly.
And I'm just saying. Not that we are
condoning any of that.
Condoning it, but if he
not at all. Everybody need to go.
That's my stance. If he go,
if the Pied Piper is going down, everybody
else need to go
down too, including Trump. Y'all big wigs and y'all corporate. Those of you that have corporate interests, those politicians that is high up on the chain, all of y'all need to go.
That's what LeBron was saying in that recent.
Gates, Trump.
Say what you was about to say, Eve.
That's what LeBron was saying in that recent interview. What was the guy's name? I forgot his name.
Kyrie?
About the
Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones
was in the picture. He's just like, y'all could ask me about Kyrie, but y'all don't want to ask me about that.
Every interview he gave, they was asking him about Kyrie. But what about Kyrie? What about Kyrie?
About this.
But at the end of the day, what it always boils down to is race. At the end of the day, it comes back to it. It doesn't matter which way around, up, down, around, turn, back, forward. It always comes back to race.
Because I'm sure there has been little murmurings and little side knowledge. You know how it's always a rumor going around the industry. Oh yeah, we know he like little. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we know so and so like little. Oh yeah, so and so been known for so.
Y'all got Bill.
And I was just about to say that.
Again,
we don't condone it in any way, shape, or form, in any fashion.
But if he goes, everybody, like, why is it only the black people going?
Because where's Weinstein?
Oh no, either he's on his way or he's there.
But Weinstein's case came up like 30 years ago.
Yeah, but they just
in comparison to
but they just got him, and that's only because of, is it Paltrow? It's in the new film, she said, and it's based on the New York Times story that, started the whole thing. And it was the only reason why the case against him gained traction was because of the
famous person that blew the whistle.
Right.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next episode of Between Sisters.
But she didn't post the interview. Somebody found this interview
and then posted it. And clearly he didn't know that she said it in 2021, so he got to get her back. He got to get it back in 2022.
Okay. But she said those things when he was talking about,
he always has something to say.
Her daughter.
Right.
He started it.
You always got something.
Wasn't nobody